So how can we help you? What can we do specifically to help you?
Me personally, piggybacks.
Yeah, right.
Well, so we have a gala. I'll just tell you all the imminent things that are going on.
Mhm.
We're doing a gala at the Castleton actually Saturday, and our ticket sales are closed, but there's still opportunities for sponsorship for the event, and that information can be found on the events tab of our website. We have care packages that we distribute to every amputee that comes through our program, and we do have an Amazon wish list. It's all holistic items, wellness items, inspiration items. Common things are, gratitude books, mindfulness journals. There's affirmation shoelaces, essential oils, topical pain relief items, inspiring books written by amputees. There's so many options for that, but so the Amazon wish list is a really great thing to disseminate. We've had a couple of drives that local businesses have done, which has been great to decrease the amount of money we spend on those things. We're looking for board members and volunteers. We really find that we continue to have so much work to do because we grow so fast, which is beautiful. We've 2x'd and then some our number of beneficiaries from last year. And so with that comes so much additional work to fund. And so just connections is really beautiful so that we can figure out how to make more events, make more recurring income in terms of fundraising.
Where is your base of operation?
Yeah,
is it a physical location?
Yeah, Nashua is where our care packages are disseminated and where we have our storage, but we have no physical building. We are able to operate entirely remotely and have very, very low overhead.
Do you have a network of doctors?
Yes. We have a vascular surgeon that's on our board, and through my medical contacts, we have quite a lot of referring. That's where we get a lot of referrals from for amputees. Is that what you mean?
Yes. I know you must go through a lot of emotional changes and physical changes, well, when you find out that you have to have your leg amputated, I would imagine.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can speak to that. Any loss, right? You're losing a piece of your limb is the same loss as someone that's losing a house or a husband or a family member. I mean, you go through all of the stages of grieving, and a lot of people are uneducated about that. And one of the primary ones is anger. And in the uneducated family, the uneducated person that's transitioning into a life of disability or diagnosis, if they're not educated and their family isn't educated on what that trauma is like to heal, what those grieving stages are like to heal, unfortunately it creates really complicated damage to the social structures of that family that is the primary lifeline of that person that's struggling. And so a lot of what we do is not just the provision of support, supplies, and services to the family, but a lot of education to that person and also to their family so that they understand what to expect, and that we hopefully make those pieces of relational importance, pieces of the relational structure around them stay intact. I was not as fortunate, and this is part of the inception of my organization, was I was a person that should have succeeded in this. I have a degree in this. I had a 6-figure income.
Right.
I had a house on 60 acres of conservation in Epping. I had a 6'7" detective sergeant husband, but I didn't have the help or the support or the knowledge that I needed almost 8 years ago, where I didn't know the anger and the hyper controlling of my surroundings because I was not able to control any part of my physical journey and outcomes. And that manifested in ways that were unlike the innate character of myself, and it created dissolution in my marriage. And that party, my husband at the time, wasn't educated either, and neither of us had the circle like Less Like More Heart gives. And I attribute a lot of that to lack of education for the dissolution of that marriage. So we want to prevent that. We want to prevent relationships from dissolving, give the education that we need, help people to understand not just the physical piece, but the mental piece, which I can tell you from going through it myself and counseling now more than 300 amputees, that's the larger piece of it. You have an identity crisis. You don't know who you are anymore. It's a lot more than just a foot. So yeah, that's a great question.
Okay.
Do you deal with many children?
Yeah, we do. We have, I would say, if I had to make up a statistic, probably 20%.
Okay.
The counseling is similar, but some of the resources for pediatric support are different.
Okay.
There are a lot of, we are really proud to partner with organizations that do things well so we can be good stewards of our donor funds
Yeah.
and do the things that we do well. So we like really proudly hold the hands of other organizations, and there's a lot of really beautiful pediatric prosthetic companies and support groups and things. So we liken ourselves to kind of an octopus in the ocean where all of these resources are out there that are, pieces of bread floating, and you can't really see all of them from one central spot because of waves. So we kind of just grab arms so that when a person is there with us, we can identify all the pieces that they need.
That's great. Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.